Hello everyone, I'm back today with another tutorial. Today I've got these darling little paper flowers that can be used for scrapbooking or embellishing your junk journals. They would look really pretty on cards. So many pretty uses. And so these are just flowers that I've layered up. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. And of course you can come in with some little gemstones or something like that. I've got one here just to show you, and put it in the middle and you can spiffy them up more like that. Now these go really quick and simple. In the middle, if you can tell, oops, we got 2 there. In the middle, let me pull it up closer here. You can tell it's got an embossed pattern on it. So I'll show you how I got that pretty look with those little roses on the side and some little vines. So let's push this to the top and I'll zoom out here and we will get started with these guys. Let me zoom out, get a little more room here. So we are going to be using all the things that I've pulled on here. So I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different punches. This is a scallop punch and it is 2 1/4 inches. So we're going to be using that for our big base part. This round punch is the one we're going to be using for the next layer, and it's just a round circle punch, and this is 2 inches. And then I've got this one. It's another scallop punch and it's 1 inch. And then a 3/4 inch for that very middle part, and it's just a circle one. And then I've got some distress ink, some glue. This is the embossing folder that I use. And I've already got several here that I've got piled up with different stages of it being done. We'll move all that to the side. And then we'll be ready to start here. I've pulled this page out. You know, whenever you buy a paper pad, and there are several different, designs in there, but sometimes you'll come across, let me pull this through here, where there's got pages like this that's just kind of plain. And a lot of times I don't do much with those. They just kind of hang in my books. But these colors in this one were pretty, I thought. And I don't really make other cards with them, but some like these nice pastel blues. There's another darker color. These work really perfect for the insides of these little flowers. So I pulled this one out, this little blue color, and we'll start with that. I'm going to use this 2 inch, move this other stuff out of the way so I got room to work here. But I got the 2 inch one circle punch that I'm going to start with. And we're just going to punch one out. Okay. So we've got this, and then I'm going to put this inside this embossing folder. This is a beautiful folder that I have with all the different flower patterns on it. And actually when I punch these out, I go ahead and do several at a time. But I'm going to go run over and put this through my embossing machine real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, this is ready. I'm going to pull this out. And I like to highlight these a little bit, if you can tell. I'm going to go around the edges with my distress ink. And I've got that here. And for that, I'm just using the distress ink by Tim Holtz. This is in the walnut stain. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know this is my very favorite color to use. So I'm just using an old sponge and just going along the outside edge, just to get a little distressed look. Now, I also like to go in where this is raised. I didn't catch a lot of the flower on this one, but that's okay. This edge is going to be shown good. And I just like to, since it's bumped up in the air more, I'm just going to kind of hit that a little bit with my ink, just lightly, so it's going to show that pretty pattern off a little more. Okay, next I have a piece of craft cardstock. And this is what I'm going to use for my bottom piece. I'm going to use the scallop punch and just punch one of those out. And then while I'm here with this same thing, I've got the smaller scallop punch that I'm going to use for that very middle part. Okay, we've got those 2 done. This comes together pretty quick and simple. So let's ink around both of these. And I'm just catching the very outside edge is all I need. Same thing with this one, just going along the very outside edge. This step doesn't have to be done. I just really like the look of it. So we've got that done. And then for these, I've just used that smaller 3/4 inch punch is what I use for that. And I just have, you know, lots of little scrap pieces. I've got one laying here, and I'll just come through and punch out. I just went through ahead of time and punched quite a few of these out, so I have some different colors to work with that kind of match the middle section here. Okay, I've got some glue paper, and I'm just using Elmer's glue stick. If you've got some wet glue, that'll work fine for this as well. Just gonna layer on some glue. I'm gonna go pretty thick on it. I don't want these coming apart. We're just gonna line that up. So I've just got the outside scallop will be showing there. Then I'll do my next piece. And then that very last piece I want to kind of match my outside here. Let's see which one I want. That one. That one might be kind of purty. That one. There's a flower one. Let's go with this guy. Put a little glue on there. And that is how quick and simple these come together. That's just literally a few minutes time project. And these, like I said, can be used on so many things in your junk journals and scrapbooking with just a few simple little layers here. And that is simply all there is to this. These come together super fast. They look great in scrapbooks and junk journals and card making. And they're just really fun to make. So if you end up making any of these, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me again, and have a lovely day. Bye.